rebounder in the ACC. The senior from Terni, Italy. Will jump center against Becker. Georgia Tech, the opening possession.
Georgia Tech will have a little bit of a size advantage without Christina Mora, who has been terrific in the paint, as Lily Love goes to work early on for Georgia Tech off the bounce. Here's Jewel Spear. You got to keep an eye on number 24 in black. Love will have the first assignment on her.
Played 35 minutes yesterday against Virginia. 5 of 10 from three-point distance for Spear. This is Becker. Knocked around into the corner. Samiel couldn't run it down. Lotamai Lahtinen.
So you know the ball screen defense for Georgia Tech is going to be a high, hard hedge. Sometimes it's a big, fat, high, hard hedge with high hands from Nell Fortner.
Stratford misses. These teams played on Sunday. Georgia Tech went to Wake Forest and won that game 64-56 and shot 48% as a team, but only made 2 threes on 14 tries.
There's the help by Hermosa. Then she recovers back to the post. You'll see the weak side tag. This is a very well disciplined, schemed defense. It's going to be tough to score points in a quarter court. So for Wake Forest, situational offense is going to matter. All the baseline out of bounds, sideline out of bounds, ATOs, those things are going to matter.
What a pass. Lotamai Lahtinen finding some love underneath. It's all about the love so far for Georgia Tech. Spear long range. Hines with a difficult shot. Well defended Georgia Tech.
That's a tough pass and an unnecessary one. And Lahtinen looks back at the bench to Coach Fortner, says, "My bad."
All right, Debbie, how about your 4 keys to the game? Deeks and Jackets.
Well, for Wake Forest, it's unscripted offense, right? It's going to be hard for them to score in the quarter court because Georgia Tech is so good and disciplined defensively. And then they're going to have to be able to get some points in transition and some things that just are about making plays, right? With the shot clock running down. Georgia Tech, you got to play downhill. That's when they're at their best. That middle third, they own in games that they win.
Shot clock is at 5. Harrison.
See, you're going to have to make a play.
Yellow Jackets are 2 and 3 in their last 5 games coming into the tournament. Hermosa mid-range. Spear pulls it in. Keep in mind, Georgia Tech allows its opposition 51.6 points per game. Best in the conference that Debbie mentioned, and 5th in the nation. Spear.
I mean, she will pull it behind the screen. Doesn't need a whole lot of separation. There's a good hustle play by Samiel.
Lahtinen tried to wrestle it away, and the arrow is going to favor the Deeks.
Well, these two teams just met last week, Tom. Georgia Tech with an 8-point win at Wake Forest.
Wake struggling so far for Coach Jen Hoover. 0 for 6 from the floor, and they've missed both of their 3-point attempts.
Jewel Spear scored in double figures every game this season. The only one she was in single digits was against Georgia Tech.
Offensive foul inside. Hines will get it. Back to the Yellow Jackets. Coach Hoover in her 10th year on the sideline for Wake Forest. Always able to bring some magic to Greensboro, it seems. They took out Virginia in the first round. Trying to get to the quarters. The winner takes on Notre Dame. This is Love, fouled in the act of shooting, and by rule, free throws coming up. Hines picks up the foul. Demon Deeks are 15 and 15 on the season. They went 4 and 14 in ACC play. Leading scorer was Spear. Ryan Williams leading the team in those categories for the junior from Baldwin, New York. And Love is at the free throw line for Georgia Tech.
Well, here's an example of not having Christina Morey, your senior, on the floor. She played 40 minutes last night against Virginia, and Demara Hines is going to get extra minutes tonight. She didn't even play in the game last night.
Spear was the leading scorer with 23, the 10th time this season. She has scored 20 or more, had a 40-point game in December against East Tennessee State where she made 10 three-point baskets, school record. Hines, Mimosa holding her ground.
Mimosa at 6'5", leads the team in scoring. But when you talk about Georgia Tech, you don't start with her. You start with Kubai and you start with Lockman.
Did Love step around and step under to the rim and 7 points.
Lily Love says, I want to be the first option offensively.
Love has 7, Wake has nothing. 5.5 minutes to go in a rapidly paced first quarter. Lockton again to the floor with Harrison, and the arrow favors Georgia Tech.
First bucket of the game was Lily Love looking to attack, and right here she's got a little space. Does a nice job of, that's called the up and under move. Nice step through.
Love is one of 4 players during the regular season to average double digits in scoring for Georgia Tech. She averaged just over 10 per game. She's already got 7. Lockton. Kubai.
I really enjoy watching Lockman play because I think she's an incredible study on the top of the floor as a point guard. Sees the floor so well, so big and strong. Hard to knock her off the line. She's got 3-point range. She's unselfish. And she's a really good defender.
From Helsinki, Finland. So Italy, Finland, Latvia, Spain represented in that Georgia Tech lineup. And then Love, who's from Kansas City, Kansas.
Okay, now look at Kubai getting a stance right here. Guarding the point guard on the other team.
Samael with the jumper. Wake on the board. Troutman up from the corner, catch and release.
Transfer from Syracuse.
The graduate student from Riga, Latvia. Trying to run it down to the baseline and save it to Lockton. She goes to the floor with 2 deeps. Again, it's a hell ball. And it's Wake Forest basketball. So the Deacons have gotten on the board. 7 points from Love for Georgia Tech. And the building is buzzing for Wake and Georgia Tech at the tournament.
Tom.
She's got that hockey mentality out there. She's gone to the floor several times to try to make the save for Georgia Tech.
You know something about hockey. You're a Hall of Famer at Syracuse.
Oh, will you stop, please?
Number 35.
My team was inducted from 1990. Look at Kubai make the play defensively. Knocks it away and runs the break.
That's where she'll get better in the WNBA, as she dribbled with her head down and didn't see the rest of the players running the floor. But everything else is going to transfer to the W.
I'm going to return the favor, Debbie. Once again, we congratulate you on your pending induction into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. That'll happen this summer.
Thank you.
Congratulations once again on all the work that you've done for this game as a player, as an administrator, and as a broadcaster. And here we are back at the ACC Women's Tournament. Troutman again, weak side, Samael. Wake Forest trying to find its rhythm here in the first quarter. Winding down, 3:20 to go and counting.
Oh,
Coles.
Beautiful.
Maybe the Coles will heat up tonight as well. We'll see. Got a long way to go, Antonelli. Hang in there. Game number 4 on day number 2. Entry pass from Mosa, able to regather. Lots it in.
Look at that little shimmy right there. Just enough to draw a foul. Watch the spin move by Coles. The timing on the duck in, and then the spin away from Hermosa. Too much quickness.
Freshman from Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
Whole weak side is lifted. There's no help. That's a one-on-one. Jen Hoover needs to go back to that play. I think that they got to like that one.
Watson in at the free throw line for Georgia Tech. 71% during the body of work during the course of the regular season. Technically, Lottanen is their leading scorer in the regular season by a 1/10 of a point over Hermosa. 11.2, 11.1 Hermosa, Kubai 10.7, and then Love at 10.4.
Yeah,
it's a lot of points. This time it's Kubai defending. Williams. First bucket, Williams.
Freshman played well here last night. First appearance in the ACC tournament. There's a good defensive play by Williams. Jump to the ball.
Williams had 8 points yesterday in the win against Virginia for Wake. After they trailed by 5 at halftime to the Cavaliers. Becker stepping on through. Off of the fingertips of Wake Forest and Coles. And back to Georgia Tech. Their head coach, Nell on wheels. Nell Fortner, 3rd year.
Last year's ACC Coach of the Year. Nell's got an Olympic gold medal. Coached in the WNBA with the Indiana Fever.
Stramina, Love.
Nell has won Coach of the Year in 3 different power leagues. The ACC, the Big Ten, and the SEC. No one's done that.
She also coached at Purdue and Auburn in her 3rd season at Georgia Tech. As you mentioned, head coach and general manager of the Indiana Fever. Lotamai Lottanen on the drive. Coles, first foul.
That's what Lottanen does so well, is in that middle third. If you took the lane line and extended it out, in the middle third is where she does so much damage.
So 4 fouls so far in the first quarter for Wake. Georgia Tech yet to commit a foul with Lottanen at the free throw line. You know, both of these coaches took their teams back to the NCAA tournament. For Jen Hoover and Wake Forest, they hadn't been since '88 when Jenny Mitchell was a player. And Georgia Tech, they lost in the Sweet 16 to South Carolina. First appearance in the tournament since 2014. Love went high for the board.
See, there's that middle third. It's a flat sprint screen, then a twist. And Lottanen reads it.
4 points. Lotamai Lottanen, averaging just over 11 on the season. For Georgia Tech, which has 20 wins in its hip pocket as it plays in the ACC tournament. Almost a certainty, regardless of what happens here this week in Greensboro, they will once again be part of the NCAA party, which saw 8 teams from the ACC participate a season ago. Winner of this game will face the Irish, the number 3 seed. It'll be the final game of the day tomorrow. Virginia Tech, Florida State advancing, Miami advancing to play Louisville. The winner of this one will play Notre Dame in the quarters. Quarterfinal Friday on tap tomorrow. 4 games for you. End of the first quarter.
Watch this. This is the middle third right here. This is the screen, but it gets a twist. It's a flat screen, and then watch how Hermosa just twists her body. See? Then it's a great read, and it's a take to the bucket. The middle third is where Georgia Tech does a lot of damage with their offensive sets. They got shooters in the corner. They got you spaced out. It's hard to help. They got bigs that can roll. They got bigs that can pop. They can short roll. They can roll to the rim.
It's a lot of options.
There's a lot of options, and Lotte Lahtinen reads them all.
The senior from Helsinki, Finland, went over 1,000 career points this season. Such an important piece to the puzzle for the Yellow Jackets. She speaks Finnish, Swedish, Russian, and English.
Zone by Wake off the timeout.
Kubai got tripped up. Oh, that was a hard fall. She is still down behind the play.
Oh, she's hurt.
Kubai is down behind the play, and they're going to stop the action. She got tripped up inadvertently and fell hard to the court. And she will get immediate medical attention. So Kubai right here trying to step through a double team. You see her get tripped up.
And she hits her, oh, she hits her face on the floor.
A hard fall for Lorela Kubai. Coach Fortner out there along with the training and medical staff. She just got tripped up and fell to the floor. Again, inadvertent contact with the Wake Forest defenders as she tried to get through a double team. So the senior from Terni, Italy, being attended to.
Just gonna give her a minute.
Yeah, you can see there was the chin hit first, and they're certainly attending to that.
I mean, you talk about a tough competitor.
5th year in the Georgia Tech program for Lorela Kubai, and we hope that she will be okay to continue in this game. Georgia Tech up by 10.
What's a little adventure?
So good to see Lorela Kubai walking off the court under her own strength, although she does have the towel up to the chin, and she will be further evaluated in the locker room for Georgia Tech. Just an awkward fall. Couldn't get her hands in front of her, Debbie. She got tripped up, couldn't brace herself at all, and just fell to the court. So she has gone back to the locker room. Sarah Bates has come into the game for Georgia Tech. Bates is a three-point threat for the Yellow Jackets. So the action continues. Wake Forest and Georgia Tech, longtime rivals. Strautmana impeding the progress. Got a piece of it. Third block of the game for Georgia Tech. This is Becker mid-range. Another chance.
Good work on the glass by Wake.
They got it back.
This three.
Coles did a lot of work inside there. 5 in black.
One possession.
They've got 8 offensive boards. Williams stifled.
See, that's what I'm talking about, unscripted offense. It's tough to score against Georgia Tech when they can set their defense. 1 on the shot clock.
So Wake will keep it on the arrow, but you're right, Debbie, just a second to shoot. That's enough time for a catch and release. You need .3. Anything less than that, it has to be a tip-in, and they won't get the shot away. Which sometimes is better than a long rebound miss where the other team can start its break. So Lotte Lahtinen will bring it up right through the ACC Women's Tournament logo at center court in Greensboro, North Carolina, for the 22nd time hosting this incredible event and celebration of women's basketball. Hermosa trying to establish position. Somehow able to get it back.
Sarah Bates, the three-point shooter.
Lockton driving around the edge, too strong. Hermosa the tip. Cole's got it for Wake. Demon Deacs with a first-round win after losing in the quarters a season ago to Louisville. They beat North Carolina prior to that in our tournament a season ago. Georgia Tech made it to the semis last year before losing to eventual champion NC State, 66-61. Quarterfinal win against Clemson as Andrews leaves. Harrison on the inbounds for Wake Forest. Miss from Williams. They got it back again.
This great hustle by Wake. This is where you miss Kubai, the leading rebounder in the ACC, trying to clean up some of that.
9 offensive boards for the Demon Deacons. Williams crossed it over and got fouled. The closest Yellow Jacket appeared to be Lotzinen. That's her first.
Well, I mean, Tom, you're talking about the offensive rebounds for Wake Forest. They have 10 offensive rebounds. Well, they've missed 18 shots. That's an excellent offensive rebounding percentage.
Williams at the line for Wake Forest. They're the number 11 seed. Georgia Tech the number 6 seed. Williams has 3 points. The winner advances to play Notre Dame tomorrow. Scheduled for 8 Eastern. 4 more games for you tomorrow in the quarters.
Zone by Wake again.
Shot clock at 10. Love. Bates rattles around.
The team in black working really hard on the glass.
Bates has made 46 threes this season. That leads the team, despite that miss.
8 twos.
Prefers the threes to the twos. Samiel.
Another rebound.
Oh, Becker.
They're crashing.
First basket of the game for Nia Becker, the junior from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Turnaround Hermosa. Mulane is also into the game for the Yellow Jackets. She wears number 10. Freshman from Latvia. Entry pass is too strong.
Oh, good job by Becker to get her hands up where that was a layup on the other end.
So a scan of the Wake Forest bench reveals that Jewel Spear is not out with her team right now. We're being told she's fine. They were adjusting a tape job is what we're being told, but right now not on the bench for Jen Hoover. So a couple of key components for each team and for different reasons back in the locker room. Goodbye for Georgia Tech, Spear for Wake Forest. We'll keep an eye on that story as it develops. Stratmaner, not what she was looking for. We certainly saw Spear on the court in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah. She took a lot of shots.
Took 3 shots.
Yeah.
All three-point attempts. And missed them all. So perhaps it's an equipment adjustment, but we'll keep an eye on it. That's a miss from Scruggs. Remember, she's been battling an ankle injury. Stratmaner steps into the 3. Shots are flying inside the Greensboro Coliseum. There's another one.
A lot of rebounds in this game.
Georgia Tech's got 10 right now. Wake Forest has 23.
12 offensive rebounds. That's because they've missed 21 shots, and they're crashing.
Carter is in there as well for Georgia Tech, 15 in white. Lawton in the drive, knocked away. Samiel.
You know, I'd like to see both these teams move the ball and see if they can get 2 or 3 sides. Right now, the ball is staying on one side of the floor, and when you're playing against Georgia Tech, they're going to load their defense to the strong side. That's why Wake's getting a lot of rebounds on the weak side offensively.
Stratmana. After a couple of misses, she finally connects and has 5 points. Just over 5 minutes to go in our second quarter. Scruggs sends it into the corner. Samiel face up. Love comes away with it. AC Carter, the sophomore from Norcross, Georgia, in there, number 15. That's knocked away from Hermosa.
Really nice defensive play. Good hustle again by Wake.
Possession arrow favors Georgia Tech. We play in the second quarter. The yellow Love is leading the way so far with 9 points.
Love always leads the way. Nice job getting to the midline. Backside, easy bucket. Attacking Jewel Spear. That's what you want to do to try to hold a key scorer down. Is sometimes you got to make somebody like Jewel Spear really work on the defensive end. And Spear's back on the bench, but she's not back in the game.
Yellow Jackets turn it over as we check in with Tabitha.
Well, guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update on Jewel Spear. She has come out of the locker room. She's got a smile on her face, talking to some Wake Forest staff, but she is on the bike right now, warming up, looking like she's about to get back in the game. So hopefully we see some more of her.
Wake Forest hoping the very same thing. That is the leading scorer in the ACC you see on that exercise bike. Georgia Tech, told you they've got 11 conference wins. That's 3 straight seasons with 10 or more ACC wins. That's a school record.
Wake staying in that zone and doing a good job of rebounding out of it.
Williams around the edge. Ran into Stratmana.
At least Williams is taking on some of the scoring responsibility without Jewel Spear on the floor.
First on Stratmana.
Scruggs is back. She's in the lineup. She did not play in the game last night. She was not available to play. It's good to see Scruggs back.
Junior from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Scruggs. Forest as a team, 69% during the regular season from the line. That was 10th in the ACC. Williams at the stripe. So Becker comes back in. And Spear also.
It won't take her long to get warmed up.
She was on the stationary bike for a couple of minutes, and now she has checked into the ball game for Wake Forest. After all this, it's still just an 8-point game.
Yeah, I think the zone is a good coaching move by Jen Hoover. Slowed down the rhythm a little bit of the offense of Georgia Tech. And Kubai is definitely an energy player for them.
Georgia Tech down to 35% shooting. Wake is struggling, Debbie. 15%. They've missed their last 4 shots.
They're 1 for 11 in this quarter.
And yet, still an 8-point game. Scruggs against Love. And Love wins out most of the time.
Always wins out. Love always wins out.
Must be late in the day. What time is it? It's 9:15 Eastern. We thank you so much for your viewership of the ACC Women's Basketball Tournament. Tom Worby, Debbie Antonelli, Tabitha Turner-Wilkins, Evan Lepler, Jen Hildreth, and LaChina Robinson took you through the first 2 games of the day, and our outstanding production crew. Love for 3 deep in the shot clock. Volleyballed out, tapped around, Georgia Tech keeps it. Lotzinen lines it up.
She had to reach for that.
Spear.
She just spun Lotzinen around. I mean, watch this right here. She's going to put her in a little bit of the rope-a-dope. This is the rope-a-dope right here. Then it's boom, throws a punch.
Cross it over in wicked fashion for Spear. Second foul on Lotzinen. She's on the Georgia Tech bench with those 2 fouls. Lotzinen in the game with 4 points on 1 of 5 shooting, and she's missed both of her 3-point attempts. Jules Spear, 81% from the line on the season. Yesterday, Wake Forest did not miss a free throw as a team, contributing to that victory. They were 13 of 13 from the line.
Bates going to get a couple of reps at the point. And against that zone, they ought to be able to find her in the slot. Play through the short corner, reverse it. Turnover.
Wake Forest will keep possession.
You got to move the ball, Tommy.
That's exactly what Jen Hoover is saying. How about Coach Hoover with the most wins in school history? 140. After yesterday's victory, that was poked away by Love from Spear.
I thought that was double dribble. That was a gathered dribble? I don't know.
Harrison on the drive. First basket for her. This is a 5-point game, Debbie. Minute and change, first half. Georgia Tech has missed its last 4 shot attempts. They're over 4 minutes without scoring. Knocked away Becker. Crashing the glass, hits Scruggs. Amongst 3 defenders. Samiel. .25 seconds to go in the quarter. There's only about a second difference, game and shot.
I try to get her most of the basketball. She hasn't had a lot of touches. The zone has really worked for Wake Forest.
Hermosa hits the jumper with 5 on the clock. Harrison needs to launch it from beyond half court. And a big bucket by Hermosa to end the quarter and hold Wake to 13 points. Georgia Tech with a 7-point lead is the top defensive team in the ACC, Debbie, and Hermosa knocking down the J.
Yeah, I thought she needed to get a touch here. They get her to the elbow. And she can knock down that 15-footer.
All right, let's send it over to Tabitha Turner-Wilkins.
Well, Coach, your team has been aggressive at the rim early, winning the points or painting the point battle. What do you like about what you're seeing?
Well, I'd like to get Kubai back in the game for sure. I think we're a different team without her on the floor. But, I mean, I think Wake Forest is doing a great job getting on the boards. It's really been a struggle to keep them off, and we've got to get more out of our post players right now, even without Kubai being on the floor.
You challenge your team's toughness, rebounding in that second quarter. How'd they respond? What do you like or what do you don't like about what you're seeing?
Well, I think we did a better job keeping them off the boards because that was pretty bad, for a while. But again, we've got to be tougher offensively inside against them. We have more size than they do. We've got to take advantage of it.
Thanks, Coach. Tom, Debbie.
Coach Fortner's team is 16-2 with the halftime lead this season, and they limited Wake Forest rather, to its lowest point production in a half this season. A 7-point difference. Everett will take you through halftime. We're in Greensboro for the tournament.
Here's the thing for Wake Forest. She changes the space on the floor. Not only can she put the ball in the basket, but they have 5 made baskets in the first half and 1 assist. They got to move the ball better.
Leading on the boards, 26-17. And maybe some of that was a byproduct of the missed shots, but they still crashed the glass. And like Coach Hoover said, they're right where they want to be. Down 7 with the ball to start the second half. Harrison, tough twisting shot, deep in the shot clock. Lots it in, up ahead, Love.
Oh no, I don't know about that. I thought that was a nice Euro. I don't think that was travel. I want to see that one again. Nell didn't think it was travel. Tom thought it was.
Looked like an extra step to me. Spear. Hines on the entry. Hermosa slapped it away. And that's the 4th block of the game for Georgia Tech. Bates.
There she is, Jewel Spear, her 3rd point. She's going to start getting the sweat going.
First field goal of the game for Spear. And Debbie, as you mentioned, the only game where she was not in double figures this season was at Georgia Tech. She had 9. 10 times this season, Spear has gone for 20 points or more, twice over 30, and once all the way to 40. This is a long-range 3. Becker runs it down in the corner. Bounced or stepped on the line, back to Georgia Tech.
You can't make a mistake on Jewel Spear. It's a great screen, and she cuts and steps into it.
Sophomore from the Colony, Texas. Anticipation and taken away. Hines got the play started. Harrison trying to finish again. It's a tough angle. Foul underneath, and that's going to be Demira Hines. It's a 3rd on Hines. So the sophomore from Douglasville, Georgia, will head for the Wake Forest bench. Love around the Hermosa screen. It was off of Wake Forest. Again, our officials, Luis Gonzalez, Angelica Suffren, Ed Sidlaski, in charge of the activity in our 4th and final game of the 2nd round of the ACC Women's Tournament for 2022. Love with a step around move.
We saw that move in the first half also. Beautiful. Love on Spear.
11 points for Love. And that leads everybody tonight. In fact, she's the only player in double digits in our game. Spear's shot was deflected. Anticipation. Harrison does not have the numerical advantage, waiting for reinforcements.
Look how much better Wake Forest moves the ball with Spear on the court. They just look more in sync offensively.
Bowles in a congested area got bumped.
A little bit better spacing, good movement off the ball. Really Love doing a nice job stepping through. She's perfected that move.
Hermosa picked up the Georgia Tech foul, her first. Coles at the free throw line only attempted 9 free throws in the regular season.
Well, remember, Christina Mora not available today or tonight, so deeper into the front line for Jen Hoover.
First free throw attempts of the tournament for Coles.
Narela Kubai got hurt in the first half. She was taken, she walked herself off the court into the locker room. We think maybe she has something with her chin. Hit the floor really hard.
She did. Love inside from Stratmana. Samiel
ready to score. Look at the rhythm of Wake Forest by simply getting Jules Spear back on the court.
Samiel has 5 points. Shoots 37% from beyond the arc. She can make that three. She just did. We know that Bates can also make the three. First points of the night for Sarah Bates, the redshirt senior from Fresno, California, and that spear.
That weak side action that Wake runs gets her coming to the ball with her strong hand, and she's creative making plays.
Georgia Tech has turned it over for the 11th time in the game. Back to Wake Forest. This is a 5-point game.
Stratmana putting it on the floor, dropping it inside to Love. And then Bates. You got to know where the three-point shooter is. Mistake by Wake Forest out of their zone.
Coles got it back. Shovels it back out to Spear to direct some traffic. Harrison tried to drop it off to Coles. Out of bounds, Georgia Tech basketball. The exasperation from the sideline for Jen Hoover. Jen Hoover had all the scoring and rebounding records at Wake Forest until De'Erica Hamby came along. And that was the end of that. It's an offensive foul against Georgia Tech. Stratmana picks it up. Second on her. She's the transfer from Syracuse. First year at Georgia Tech and 5th year in college basketball. The graduate student from Latvia. Inside of 5 minutes to go in our third quarter.
Spear turned around, asked the official she could dribble again.
She got blocked by Hermosa. That's 6 blocks on the Spear drive for Georgia Tech. We'll step aside for a moment. A 5-point difference. Deeks and Jackets. The block by Hermosa. They have given the ball to Georgia Tech. And so the Yellow Jackets will bring it up.
It's a gritty game. I mean, it's going to come down to who can make a winning play late, who's going to have better execution.
Tough pass from Lahtinen. Out of bounds. Will stay at this end of the floor. Let's send it to Tabitha.
And Debbie, you're absolutely right. I mean, Jen Hoover told her squad just now, the more we move the ball, the easier shot we get. The more we dribble the ball, we make it hard on ourselves. Really just trying to focus in on them not moving, or moving, should I say, not standing around and just getting in passing lanes and getting open. Guys.
Yeah, I think Spear changes the space. I mean, there's no question about it. She's the top of the scouting report. She's the target for the defense.
Just 5 points, Debbie, on 2 of 10 shooting for Spear.
I mean, Lily Love brings some length to that matchup. There's a hedge. Good contest.
Georgia Tech ball.
I mean, the defensive fundamentals that Nell Fortner's team plays with are solid. They work on them every day. I mean, it's high hands, short choppy steps, jump to the ball, high hard hedge on that ball screen defense. They tag, they do everything right. But they miss Kubai's energy.
Here's the breakdown scoring for Georgia Tech. Love has 13 points. Rest of the team has 14.
And Jen Hoover has played zone most of this game. And that has changed the game for her team. It certainly helped them stay in it. The zone, along with their offensive rebounding,
Wake Forest trailed by 7 at halftime, 20-13. Double-digit scoring in the first 2 quarters, and here they are, just down by 5. Will it be less? Crashing the glass, Coles. Back up the spear. This is a 3. Coles again, and she kicked it out of bounds. Good hustle, though, by number 5.
That's a set we have not seen at a Jen Hoover's club. They go 1-4 high, and they try to rub Harrison off off a screen on the elbow. Trying to take advantage of Bates on the defensive end.
Inside of 3 minutes to go in the third. Shot clock inside of 10. Elise Williams, personal foul, Wake Forest, second. Aisha Adenas is in there as well for Georgia Tech with Lockman on the move. Adenas tries to run it down in the corner and can't get there. We've mentioned so many different nations represented in our game tonight. Lone Adenas is from Pamplona, Spain. Everybody knows Pamplona, Spain.
It's the running of the Bulls.
There you go. It's the running of the Jackets so far with a 5-point lead. Bulls turn around. Wake Forest just cannot break through that brick wall. And yet, here they are, still down by 5. Maybe you heard me say that already.
Good repost by Hermosa. You got to score that.
Samiel wins the fight with Lahtinen. Samiel has 11 rebounds in the game. Number 20 for Wake Forest. Just made that pass. Spear behind the back.
Good contest by Bates. Spear looked fatigued on that. You know, there was a moment in the game last night where she was tired. And yeah, Jen Hoover recognizes it. She's going to let her have a seat.
Again, Spear had 23 points, a game high in the win against Virginia. Wake Forest trailed at halftime by 5, overcame that in the second half, and eliminated the Cavaliers in round 1. Over 4.5 minutes without points for Georgia Tech. A near travel by Love and a Samiel interception on the pass. Wake also over 4.5 minutes without scoring. Samiel, money ball from the corner.
A 2-point game. Wake has battled. It hasn't been pretty. It's been a struggle for both. There's back-to-back turnovers by Georgia Tech. Samiel gets to the deep corner. Lahtinen just a tad late. That's a great basket without Jewel Spear on the floor. It buys her some more minutes to rest, especially with the end of the quarter coming up.
Samiel is 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. She has both makes from 3-point distance for Wake. Long rebound to Bates. Waiting for her teammates to join the fray. Lahtinen got it back and scored. Six points for her, 15 seconds in the quarter. 4-point lead for Georgia Tech. After leading by 7 at halftime, Harrison poked around, and that'll do it. 29-25, Lottinen with the late bucket.
It's a good read, a good feed, a good 2 points.
The laceration across her chin. She is out for the rest of this game, but a good sign for Georgia Tech to have her back on the bench.
Thank you, Tabitha. Great report. Understandable, obviously.
Well, maybe she can give her team an emotional lift, an energy lift.
You know, if it's humanly possible, Kubai will be back in this tournament, provided Georgia Tech is able to advance, and that is up in the air right now. 29-25.
Georgia Tech has had some bad turnovers. I mean, just lately, right? I mean, at least they're dead ball. They've got 15 overall, but they've had a few in a row. In postseason play, you want to try to avoid making back-to-back mistakes.
How about Coles? 6 points for Coles.
It's called being ready when your number's called.
These are the moments. Essentially, the 2-star interior players for each team unavailable tonight. Moore out for Wake Forest. Kubai out with the chin injury. Who steps up in the void?
I mean, Hermosa is open. You can play through her.
Carter.
Carter off the bench.
AC Carter. 4 points. Harrison.
That's a good shot right there. That's a nice pull-up jump shot. A contested 2 in the paint.
Hermosa, 22 feet away from the hoop. Carter again. Might have been off her knee, and it was. Angelica suffering right there for the call.
Look at Coles inside. Nice spin move. Using her quickness against the size, and then Carter, her spin move. Good bucket. Maybe we're going to heat up a little bit.
Georgia Tech is led by as many as 10. Stratman on the block. A 10-point lead was established in the first quarter by Georgia Tech. That's front rim. And Beck were able to chase it down to the corner.
Becker open on the weak side. He missed her. Little cross screen, throw it in there.
Coles turns into a one-on-one against Hermosa. Basket and foul.
I mean, there's some toughness right there in Coles. Ready when her name is called. Watch the post up, calling for the ball. She's got a mismatch. Patient. Lottinen leaves. They usually never leave the ball. I think she thought Hermosa had it. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication. Definitely put Hermosa at a deficit. That is... Sorry, that is number 2 for Hermosa.
Wake was bidding for its first lead of the game. And a foul shot attempt by Coles. As it is, we are tied at 31. For the first time in the game, we are knotted up. And remember, Wake was trailing by 10 in the first quarter and by 7 at halftime. Stratman around the edge. Coles defending. Third on Coles. If Wake goes on to win this game, Coach Hoover's going to look at the box score like the rest of us and say,
shake your head and scratch your head and go.
How did that happen?
Well, they've played much better here in the second half, and I've said it before. I mean, it all coincides with Spears' presence on the floor because she changes space. You have to guard her with 1.5. You have to know everyone has a half of responsibility where she is.
1 point game after the Stroutman free throw. Wake wants to run, too strong. Georgia Tech leads Wake at the tournament, 3 wins to 2. Adenas was in there to fight for it. Teams haven't met in the tournament since 2016. It was a second-round win for Georgia Tech against Wake. That was a 2-point game, 67-65. For what it's worth. Love.
That hit off the back of Williams and did not go out of bounds, fortunately for Wake.
Becker, who's got 7 boards in the game. And her teammate.
Good drive and pitch, though.
Harrison looking for a 3-ball. Wake's only made 2 of them. It's a big bounding rebound.
She got that rebound while she was on the ground.
Wow. Lone Adenas.
This is crazy kind of plays happening in this game, right?
And we still have about 6 minutes to go. Lone Adenas. Aisha gets her first 2. And Kubai, her teammate, loves it. Spear trying to influence this game with a 3 straight away.
That's a big basket right there. What an answer.
8 points for Spear, and her first made 3 of the game on 8 tries. Tied at 34. Untied. Stroutman up.
In the slot, in the gap of that zone.
Inside of 5 minutes to go. Spear again, rattled it out. Inside the Love. Foul on the play.
Rebounds been hard to come by, especially the ones that you get where you're on the ground. Leads to this right here. Nice duck in and score. And then on the other side, you make a little mistake on Spear. Uh-oh, she's gonna pull the trigger. What a game.
Kubai has come out for Georgia Tech, and she is currently on that bench with her teammate at the free throw line. Kubai's got the towel over her shoulders, top of your screen. Enjoying some liquid refreshment. She took a hard fall right on her chin. And as Tabitha reported, a laceration to that chin and not available for the rest of this game. Hopefully she comes back into the tournament should Georgia Tech advance. So we wish the same for Christina Mora should Wake Forest advance.
Exactly.
Who had to miss the game with a non-COVID related illness after a double-double against Virginia. That in the first round yesterday.
Lawton and lock and trail on Jewel Spear. You definitely got to be there on the catch. Spear does such a good job of working without the ball. Constant movement, energy on this end of the floor for her teammates.
Spear got it back. Needs some help. Needs a lot of help.
Good cut.
Found Harrison to the rim.
Good patience with the pivot.
6 points for Harrison. Closing in on the 4-minute threshold in the 4th. 2-point game. Both regular season meetings went the way of Georgia Tech. The stakes are raised in Greensboro. Locked it in too strong. Lone Adenas goes to the court, fumbles the ball. It goes to Spear, one-on-one. Spins on Lockton, lays it up. Couldn't coax that one to fall. But a foul is called on the move by Spear.
Jewel Spear changes everything. Okay, she's got the ball right here, but watch Harrison go back door. One pass away, Georgia Tech in all-out denial. That's a great basket cut back door by Harrison.
Fourth foul on Lotamai Lahtinen from Helsinki, Finland. Spear at the free throw line. She was 1 of 2 on the night prior to that one.
I think she's an incredible competitor. Really fun to watch. Just a sophomore, led this league in scoring.
Finished the regular season at 18.4 points per game. Best of the ACC, 1 of 2 from the line. Spear, 1-point game.
Wake has been in that zone since the late first quarter.
Carter
is not shy.
Strawman got it. We'll send it back out. Strawman. Love. Spear 1-on-4.
Change of pace, change of direction.
Harrison wants to slow things down.
Spear needs a break. She's exhausted, and she's... Remember, she had to have that foot retaped. They go to horns, and she's going to rest in the corner.
She is. She's grabbing those shorts. Late in the shot clock. Coles. Ball did not hit the rim on the first Coles shot. The officials are indicating shot clock violation. Jen Hoover wants the bucket.
Staying positive with her team right now. It's been a struggle.
Love. Floater. One possession game. 16 points, Love.
Love working really hard to deny Jewel Spear. Pulling off that stagger.
Spear for 3. Samiel with the foul on Lahtinen. Neither team yet into the bonus.
Look at Love, catches right on the nail. She's a creative, crafty scorer. Probably missing her favorite screener, Kubai. It's an important stop right here for Wake Forest.
We're inside of 2 minutes to go in regulation. Love couldn't handle a pass. Wake with a chance to tie with a 3. 18 turnovers in the game for Georgia Tech. Wake Forest in the game is 3 of 15 on 3-pointers. Spear driving. Pass Lahtinen. Contact.
She's so good at reading the second level. Has no problem getting past her primary.
Taking a moment here. Foul was on Love, her first. Stratman also there defensively for Georgia Tech, 45 in white. So Spear is up.
Samiel's gonna.
Yeah. Spear, I thought she was kind of clutching the right hand for a second there, Debbie.
I think she's a little dinged up right here. Samiel doing a good veteran move right here. Taking a little extra time by taking your shoe off.
Right out of the Antonelli play.
Oh, that's smart, right? So hold on a second here. All right, she's not quite ready.
My eye.
Yep.
I got a shoelace.
Got to tuck my shirt in. I got to fix my shoes, all that. Okay.
Now we're ready to go. Keeping in mind the importance of these free throws for Spear. She has hit double digits, 10 points. Jules Spear, 3 of 5 from the line. She struggled from the arc, though, just 1 of 10. Got them both.
We're going to take her out for a defensive possession. She's sort of limping. She doesn't look good.
That is a gutsy performance.
You can put her back in on an offensive possession. I certainly would.
Wake is hoping she can recharge the batteries quickly on the sideline. 1-point game.
Got to get a stop here and rebound.
Who would have predicted this at halftime when Georgia Tech led 20-13?
Oh!
Lahtinen lighting the candle.
That's her first triple of the game. That is a big bucket.
9 points. Lotamai Lahtinen. And the fourth made 3 of the game for Georgia Tech.
You got to get Spear back in.
Lotamai Lahtinen just hit her first 3 of the ball game to make it a 4-point game, and she is the subject of our Coyote Tractor turning point here in the fourth.
I mean, playing off that screen on the top of the floor against the zone. That is a clutch 3 to make it a 2-possession game for Georgia Tech.
How about the fist pump by Lahtinen?
Knows it's big. That's what you want out of your upperclassmen. They want to take the big shot. She's a senior. She's been in the big moment before. Remember, this is a Georgia Tech team that returns just about everybody from last year. They went to the Sweet 16 last year, so they have big game experience.
So the arrow favors Jen Hoover and Wake.
Nell Fortner told me yesterday that the confidence of her team was really shaken after they went into NC State on that play for K game, because they had won 8 out of 9 and 5 in a row, and then they lost to NC State, and since then they've lost 4 of their last 7. This is where you really need your team to be confident and on the same page. And you put on the floor who you trust.
That Sweet 16 trip a season ago, just the 2nd in school history. They also went in 2012. The immediate goal right now, make it to the next round. As you hear so many times in March, survive and advance. Who will survive this one with 1:02 to go? Spear is back in there. She will inbound the basketball.
I think that's part of the reason why Jen Hoover had to burn a timeout, because you have to have her on the floor for this possession.
Harrison, final minute, 4-point game. Samiel for 3. Long rebound.
Georgia Tech.
Lahtinen and Coles.
Georgia Tech switching on everything.
Each team with a foul. Yes, both teams with 4 team fouls.
Timeout to advance the ball.
.5 seconds to go. So here is the complete championship bracket. This is game 4 of day 2. The winner advances to take on the number 3 seed Notre Dame. Miami advanced today, Florida State advanced, and Virginia Tech advanced into the quarters tomorrow, Debbie.
It's going to be a great day. I think quarterfinal Friday is always one of the most fun days in this building. Semifinal Saturday is not too bad either. ELIV in the middle, Carol Owens and Michaela Mabry, the staff for Notre Dame. They've got the winner.
.5 seconds to go. Lahtinen able to get it into Stroutman. Harrison commits the foul. That'll be free throws with both teams in the bonus.
When you think you're trying to get a steal, maybe a trap, then you got a foul.
2 of 4 from the line in the game. Lotamai Lahtinen with that 3 she just hit, the turning point in our game of the 4th.
Okay, when they played this game the other day, I watched this game this morning. She missed 2 free throws late. And Kubai was on the floor, and she made free throws late in the game. So that's another thing you miss without having Kubai in a late game situation. She missed them both again.
She did, and as Debbie mentioned, these two teams played each other on Sunday.
That's when she, yeah.
In Winston-Salem, and it was a win for Georgia Tech, 64-56. So it is still a 4-point game. 3 timeouts for Georgia Tech, 2 for Wake Forest. Spear right in the middle of that huddle.
So you got plenty of time here, okay? So you got to attack. I think you want to get something going to the paint here. You don't need a 3. You can score quickly, and then you can foul.
What if Spear is looking at an open 3?
Then you take it.
Okay.
But also keep in mind that if Wake Forest scores, Georgia Tech's probably going to call timeout and advance the ball. So you're going to have time to get organized defensively. Now, Wake has been in zone. And don't be surprised to see if maybe Jen Hoover switches it up. Those are all things that are going through a head coach's mind right now.
Samiel has also made 2 3-pointers. She and Spear represent the made 3s, and they get it into her.
Love is playing Spear on a no-catch.
Foul on the drive.
I like the play call, and I like the attack. Downhill, down the lane line. Get to the free throw line.
Rowan Adenaz with the foul. So Williams to the line, 2 of 4 in the game. As a team, Wake Forest is 8 of 13 from the line after they were perfect on 13 chances yesterday in the win against Virginia.
You don't want me to talk about the 1-and-1 right here, do you? That's why.
Feel free. It's your platform. Some may agree, some may disagree.
It's good conversation.
It is. So now it's a 1-possession game.
Now let's see what Jen Hoover does with her defense. Because they've been playing zone since the middle of the first quarter.
So there's 37.4 seconds to go. And I don't know at halftime if when Jen Hoover looked at the box score, she thought we're going to have a chance in this game. In the closing minute, we're going to be within 3 points, although Georgia Tech does have possession of the basketball right now.
I know Jen Hoover believes, right? So the numbers were not very good in the first half, but you got to believe the percentages are going to come back. But right now, you're in a game. I mean, you've got a chance right here with your defense to make a stop, make a play. You know, down 3. You've got time to rely on your defense. You do not need to foul. So I think you got to make a decision about what you're going to do defensively. But I'm looking for a potential change because they've been in that zone, and Nell Fortner is preparing for zone. Let's see what they do. It's something to think about because that's certainly something that Jen Hoover and her staff are considering. And so is Nell Fortner and her staff, making sure they have 2 play calls in. 1 for zone and 1 for man.
You saw Kubai with the bandage on her chin. That happened in the first quarter on a hard fall. So she was unable to return to the game. Is on that bench. Came back in the second half.
And here comes Wake Forest out in man.
37.4 seconds nearly stolen. Becker has it. Tries to call a timeout.
Was she out of bounds? They're going to review it.
She was very close to that sideline in front of the Georgia Tech bench.
Wait a second. They're not reviewing it. I thought he gave the review signal.
I thought I saw Ed Sedlasky make that gesture as well.
You don't have to go if you're confident.
35 seconds to go in the game. You're within the window.
But some time went off the clock, too.
Well, the shot clock is still at 30. So that was reset.
Oh, her foot is out of bounds before she calls timeout. Good job by the officials.
And technically change of possession. So that's a quick foul. Was it Harrison, the closest player? So at least Wake did well to foul quickly, but now Georgia Tech has a chance to put a couple more points on the board.
I don't know if I would have fouled because, you know, if you get a stop, you can advance the ball with a timeout.
which they have 2 remaining. So does Georgia Tech.
Oh boy.
Stroutman is now 1 of 3 from the line.
Nell Fortner is not looking too good over there.
Her team is 5 of 13 on free throws.
That's a big one.
That is.
Now it's 2 possessions.
Timeout, Jen Hoover.
She's looking for a really big Nell right now.
I'm with you, Debbie. I thought I saw
But you know what?
Ed Sedlasky make that gesture, and then did he confer with the other officials?
Well, we asked that last night. Okay, Debbie Williamson, the supervisor of officials, you don't have to go to the monitor just inside 2 minutes on every call if you're confident. And Ed was confident.
Maybe he was checking on the shot clock as well, although it did reset on the change of possession. Stroutman makes 1 of 2. Here we are, 44-40. So yes, it's been low scoring, but it's been close and competitive. The 2 things you like to see in every tournament game. Hines.
Need a quick bucket, you can get it too.
That ball bounces out of bounds and will stay with Wake Forest as Williams sort of slipped down there.
Cannot let Spear catch.
Spear gets the handoff. Ooh, to get a shot away. Just can't do it. Somebody else had it deflected by Stroutman along the baseline. That's off of Wake. Carter dove at it, so did Hines.
I mean, you didn't need the 3. I would have shot fake and drove by. Good hustle right there by Hines, but she's out of bounds. Timeout, Georgia Tech to advance the ball.
So up by 4, Wake essentially has no choice but to foul as soon as it possibly can. Will Georgia Tech hang on and meet up with Notre Dame in the quarterfinals?
Top 4 get in action tomorrow. That should be fun. North Carolina, Virginia Tech at 11 o'clock. I'm looking forward to that one. NC State, the #1 seed. Of course, Louisville, the #2 seed. NC State and Louisville both projected #1 seeds in the NCAA tournament. I don't think what happens here this weekend will change that. And I think the 2 #1 seeds out of the league is going to pull up some of the other teams that are sitting on the bubble or in conversation.
Well, the Irish posted wins over both of these teams during the regular season. Who will it be? 44-40. They give it to Carter. Williams fouls her in the backcourt. So Carter's going to be at the free throw line for the first time tonight. Carter is 61% of the season.
I think Coach Hoover wants to review whether that was a... I thought she wanted to see if it was a backcourt call, but I don't think you can do that. There are a lot of missed free throws in a late game situation for Coach Fortner. You're not looking good over there, is she?
Not until you hear the final horn.
Her staff trying to keep her light.
6 of 15 from the line for Georgia Tech. Wake Forest has used its final timeout.
It's still the same strategy right here. If you can make a direct pass to the block, you do that and you score quickly. You can get a quick 2. You've got time.
Ultimai Lotnin hit a critical 3-pointer here in the 4th quarter. She's got 9 total points. 1 of 4 from beyond the arc, and it was a big one.
Well, this was the first half where they were dominating the middle third of the floor, and a lot of that had to do with Hermosa and Kubai playing together for Lotnin in the middle third. And then this is the big 3 late.
clutch shot from the veteran. Lotamai Lahtinen, the senior from Helsinki, Finland. 1,000-point scorer, most improved last year, all ACC. Jen Hoover trying to devise something for the final 13.5 seconds. Trailing by 4, despite shooting just 23% of the game.
Got to go.
Spear. 3. Lahtinen grabs it. It's fouled immediately.
I mean, it was a great look. Well executed, very well designed.
Spear, and she's taking responsibility for that last three-pointer. It appeared that she was not at 100% tonight. She had an ankle that needed to be retaped, so she had to leave the game, come back, get on the bike, get loosened up again on the stationary bike. Struggle from beyond the arc, just 1 of 11.
I mean, and you know what? I've known Coach Fortner for a long time. She's not even going to say a word about free throws to her team. They know. She doesn't need to tell them.
Final seconds of this one. 5-point lead for Georgia Tech. And that'll do it. The final count, 45-40. Georgia Tech moving on to the quarterfinals.
Survive and advance. That's what March is all about. And survival is exactly what Georgia Tech did. And they get a chance for Notre Dame tomorrow.
Yeah, without Lorella Kubai, who fell to the floor with an injury to her chin. Despite that, Georgia Tech wins its 21st game of the season and advances to the quarterfinals to take on Notre Dame. One last look at our championship bracket as Georgia Tech is moving on. They will join Notre Dame, Miami with a victory against Duke. Florida State beat Boston College, and Virginia Tech started the day with a win against Clemson. They'll take on North Carolina tomorrow. And we'll see our top 4 seeds. They finally see the floor in Greensboro, Devin.
Yeah, I mean, this is when the big dogs show up, right? This is when the fun starts. Tomorrow should be great in here. Should be a packed house, too, with a triangle represented by NC State and by the University of North Carolina.
Yep. Credit to Wake Forest trying to hang in there tonight. They just didn't have it. And Georgia Tech able to outdistance the Deacs to the finish line.
Happy birthday, Nell Fortner. The birthday present wasn't pretty at the end, but it's a W.
And again, the final score, 45-40. Coming up tomorrow, 11 Eastern. More from the ACC Women's Basketball Tournament. Please check your local listings. For Debbie Antonelli, Tabitha Turner-Wilkins, and Evan Leffler, I'm Tom Wormy, saying so long from Greensboro, North Carolina, and the ACC Women's Basketball Tournament.